are we not going to find the perfect house now?
We might be looking at it through a different lens.
So the wheels start turning.
I was blocked by one of my favorite Bravo celebrities.
And when you're in a room with them on a professional engagement,
Yeah, I will
you
be
keep it professional.
David does not know the Pledge of Allegiance.
Is that so? Is that so shocking? Rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Hello, my beautiful boy. You say you have no energy, but
That's how I get my energy up.
did
I
it
have to
work?
get it up. Yeah, I feel like I got so much oxygen in me.
I don't know if I should be happy or scared.
I don't know. We haven't recorded on a Saturday for a long time.
Which this is a proud moment because we have been procrastination station for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We would record our podcast episodes on Monday at the 11th hour, have to edit it, turn it around, get everything ready, send it to our
Upload it.
producers for a Tuesday upload. It was just unbelievable.
Not sustainable.
Not sustainable. So here we are on a Saturday, and you don't have any energy. I mean, I know that it's not Saturday at 11:52 a.m., but
Well, it's Saturdays are like more slow Saturdays, So I wasn't hyped up.
the word slow should never be uttered out of your mouth because you are at 10 speed 100% of the time.
I know.
Even today. What's on the docket today? We're doing this.
We're doing this.
Then we just decided.
We just decided we're going to go to an open house. I don't think it's the house for us, but it's in an area we like, so why not go look at it?
Yeah.
Then we're going to go pick up my eye drop prescription. Then we're going to our friend's baby's birthday.
Yes. So the wheels are turning, but
My kind of Saturday. Go, 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 go.
Exactly. But we wanted to give you a little update on the house hunt journey because we're officially, 3 weeks in, you'd say? From really going all out.
Right. And what's weird is I wrote in our notes that it was a quiet week because by our standards, it was a quiet week.
Quiet week in the sense of not a lot came up on the market.
Yeah, nothing new. So
But we
were
had some big brain moments this week.
We were going through some of the archives of houses that we had saved, and we're like, all of a sudden they look desirable because we've had such bad luck.
Yeah. So let's talk about the house that's on our street.
Yep.
So we first saw this house. It was actually the first house that we ever saw, but it was out of our budget. And we knew that, but it's literally 4 houses up the road. So we're like, we might as well go look at it, see what it's about. And if the price drops, maybe then we would reconsider. So we saw that house first.
It's the very first house in our entire hunt after
Yeah.
getting pre-approved.
And we liked it. I think the big appeal for us is that there is so much space. It's a very big house.
It's a lot of house.
Yeah, and so much space that David could have a golf simulator in the
It's like the outdoor barn is
Yeah.
like the size of a single car garage.
in the shed. I could have a full podcast studio and it wouldn't take up any of our bedroom necessities, still would have a basement. I just remember the first time I looked at it, I went through and I was like, it's nice, yes, but I didn't have that this is my house vibe that I had in the house that we lost, right?
And what's funny is at the time when we looked at that house, none of what we noticed the second time we looked at it was evident because it was the first house we looked at. We were amazed by how much space there was.
Mm-hmm.
We were amazed at how many of the things were updated that you want updated, like doors, bathrooms, door handles, paint, everything looked nice, even though it wasn't a brand new house.
Right.
But there were just things about it that we couldn't put our finger on. And because of it was priced so high, we didn't even care.
Right.
We were like, pass, nice house,
Yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah. Well, then we lost out on my dream home, which
We lost out before we had even entered the race.
Yeah, we told that story last week. And then in the meantime, I would say that the house on our street was our second favorite.
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't have that, reaction walking through it. But then the price dropped by
10%.
By a
it was like
lot.
it was like a full-on 10% decrease.
You want to say like 30, 40 grand it dropped?
40. And from its original listing price, because this is the second price drop, 50 grand.
Yeah. So then we were
Well, now
like,
everyone's done the math of what the house costs because I said
fine.
10%.
It's fine. Then we were like, oh, well, now we might be looking at it through a different lens since it actually would be in.
So the wheels start turning. You're like, oh, what could I do with this room?
Yeah.
What could I do with that room? Oh, there's an entire bedroom in the basement that we wouldn't need, but I bet you I could use it for a home gym.
Exactly.
And you just start playing the scenarios.
So we go see this house again, and I can tell that David is in it. He's in it. My parents came.
Yeah, this time your parents came for a
They
second
really
opinion.
liked it just because you can really we can envision ourselves living in the house based on how much space that we need.
And when you can compare the 1,500 square feet we're living in now, like 3,000 square feet is insane.
Yeah. And I can see the look on David's face. He's happy. I can see the look on my parents' faces. They're both like, yes, this would be great. And I felt so much guilt because I did not like the house. And I knew it in my heart. And I'm like thinking to myself, I don't have this feeling of excitement walking through this house. Like, I see potential, sure, but I'm not getting the warm and fuzzies. And if I'm paying this much money, I need to get, I think, right?
That
the warm
feeling.
and fuzzies.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there spiraling, thinking I'm going to have to break my husband's heart and telling him that I don't really like this house. And I couldn't even put my finger on what I didn't like about it at first. We eventually, through discussion, came to the realization that it's just the layout of the house, like low ceilings, the primary is on the main floor.
Well, don't forget that the second viewing came after you had seen a house that you felt was perfect.
Yes.
So the first time we saw this house, we had not seen anything else to compare it to. Now you've seen a couple houses, plus you've seen a house that you would practically call your dream home.
Yeah.
And every single room you walked into, you compared to that house.
Yeah.
And this house on our street it's a custom, you can tell it's custom built. So whoever designed it for their needs at the time. And sadly, I think their needs weren't very common. Primary suite on the ground level near the living room.
Which isn't like entirely
odd, but when you look at how big the house is, it felt like 2 or 3 apartments that opened up into a shared living space.
Yes.
That's what it felt like.
So I had to be the bad guy in that house, and I felt really guilty because I said to myself, am I talking myself into not liking it? Because everybody else around me likes it, so shouldn't I? And everybody else sees the potential in it, so shouldn't I see the potential in it? And it's like, I don't know if I'm lying to myself, and we're going to miss out on a really good opportunity to move 4 streets away, be a really easy move.
4 houses.
And have my own studio. And you have a 3-car garage and like all these things that we didn't think that we needed. But we were like, and the other horrible thing about the market right now is that if you don't act fast, you're done.
Yeah.
And so you have to make this life-altering decision.
On the day.
And it's like, I felt paralyzed that day.
Yeah, it was rough. And what's scary is you have to make decisions on the day, but then there's also a slim chance that you don't, because we haven't done anything about that house and it's been 4 or 5 days still on the market.
Yep.
So you don't know whether someone's saying, hey, here's all my money, cash, take it, I want it now.
Yeah.
Or everyone's thinking the exact same way you are and you're like, you know what, a bit of an awkward layout, probably priced a bit too high.
Yeah.
So in your mind, you're trying to imagine what other people are thinking all the time.
Yeah.
And more often than not, they're thinking, I want this house, I'm going to put the money up and I'm going to do it. But I think it's very interesting having these conversations and letting people into these conversations, because a lot of people do relate to them. And we'll get to some Instagram comments in a second. But since we saw that house, I have started to get that feeling of, what do I truly, truly want?
Yeah.
And after speaking to a friend yesterday, I got really excited when we were talking about living on an acreage, whether it doesn't have to be like 10 acres, like 1.5 acres, even 1 acre.
Yeah.
You can do an ATV if you want in the summer. You can like have Harley in the backyard. I could make a chipping green outside. All these things sound so ridiculous, but like that's what I truly want.
Yeah.
And if we're in this position where you can, in Ohio, have a lot of space, like why not go after what you want? And this house on our street is it's a big house that takes up the whole lot. There's not a lot of lawn at the back, that kind of stuff.
It's like 0.34 acres in the back.
So, and then the other thing we're thinking about is like, well, are we not going to find the perfect house now? So we should just buy a house, live in it, be happy in it. If you live in a house for more than 2 years, you don't pay capital gains on it when you sell it. So that's something that is going through my mind as well. So live in a house while we find a perfect house, build a perfect house. I don't think the perfect house exists, but like to an extent, your dream house.
Yeah.
These are all the things going through our minds.
Yeah.
And share what was the other thing that went through our mind.
Well, we came into this process thinking our first home needs to be the home that we're in for the rest of our lives. And I don't actually know if that's the way that we should be thinking. Like you said, do we buy a house that's good for us right now, continue to build our wealth between the two of us, and then one day buy something we really want? Or do we want to be one and done, find the one, and then never have to move again? But you don't know if that opportunity is going to present itself. So we also have friends who are building their own home.
Right.
And
we start to think about that.
As I'm going through this process, I'm thinking what you just said. I don't know if what we need exists. I don't know if what we need and want exists. I want newer, nicer finishes. I don't know if that exists on an acre and a half of land unless somebody has completely renovated a house that they already own. Because I like the style of a new build. Do new builds pop up on 2 acres every day? Not really. So do we build our own house? Yeah. How do we build our own house?
And if you're going to go that route, is it not better for us to just move into something that we're okay with now, happy with now, knowing that a build process that extensive can take 2 years?
Yeah.
If you're looking for land, if you're doing permits, all that kind of stuff. So that would be a lot more... like we would enjoy our lifestyle more having not been staying here, renting here while building a house.
Yeah.
Because we would always think like the green is always green is always grasser.
The grass is always greener. Yeah.
That one. So yeah, it's wild.
And this is why I love what I do. I love having a podcast because I'm like, somebody tell me what we're supposed to do because we're clueless.
Yeah, we got some really good Instagram comments. I actually want to pull some of them up. You've actually got your phone there.
I don't know which ones you're talking about specifically.
Go onto the Instagram clip of talking about the house hunt.
Okay.
And just read some of the suggestions. A lot of people there were talking about things like, yeah, you should look at building.
Here, because you know which ones you want to read.
Yeah. Ali says, oh yeah, it's so rough. I cried at least 50 times and fully wanted to give up hope, but the right thing finally did come along. Just keep after it. I do know, Murphy Red, wasn't she our wedding photographer? Yeah. I do not miss house hunting. You'll be so happy when you find the right place. Jen says, here's my tip. Keep renting. I know, I don't know what to feel about that anymore. The rental market has even less inventory.
Yeah.
Synapse. Yeah. It's a roller coaster. Don't forget to factor in closing costs. And if you can, avoid PMI. Do it. Hang in there. Don't worry. We are definitely going to try and avoid PMI. Someone said they came home to a house with black mold that they had just bought. So they've just got a house. Now they have to live in an RV while they sort out the black mold.
What?
Like, isn't that just devastating? This is a good one. Get the worst house in the best neighborhood. You can also renovate as you make more. That's really, really good advice.
That's kind of been another wormhole that I've been going down. Is I said to David from the get-go, I don't want to buy a house and have to renovate the entire thing. Like, I would rather buy a more expensive home and not have to do anything than buy a cheaper home and have to do everything. But what I'm noticing is there's a lot of houses in the middle where it's in the middle of our budget, and not everything would need updating. And some of those are the older homes that are on more land. So I'm like, well, I could do with like a basement renovation and maybe a bathroom renovation. And so my mind is opening to those possibilities as well.
Yeah.
But keep us in your T's and P's because, bro, it's not for the weak.
It's tough. We appreciate the comments on social media about that. So definitely like check us out on there, The Seriously Show, and let us know your thoughts because that seems to be where we're having the most conversation about these things.
And we need it bad. We need it really, really bad.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people have either been through it or are going through it with us. So join us there.
Support group.
Yeah.
Okay, I totally forgot to tell you this last week in person because you were out of town.
Yeah.
But like I had a devastating blow come my way last week.
In the world of Morgan's Pop Talks.
You guys, I'm still upset about it. I still could cry. I was blocked by one of my favorite Bravo celebrities.
Oh no.
And you know that I have been I wouldn't say a ride or die, but like when you came into my life and you started watching Bravo, you knew that I really loved this person.
Yeah. Do you want me to guess?
I mean, you know who it is already.
Okay.
Who were you gonna guess? Oh, you thought it was a new one.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say was I can guarantee you it's not from like a Housewives franchise. It's more from the Southern Charm Summer House vibe. Because, those are the ones that I feel like you interact. This ant has walked from that closet door to here. Look at that. That's crazy.
Ew.
I watched him.
Why didn't you kill it?
Shame. It's so big. All right, sorry, moving on.
Okay, anyways, so you thought I got blocked by someone on Summer House?
Or Southern Charm. But now that I think of it, I know who it is. So why don't you go ahead and reveal?
I got blocked by Southern Charm's Craig Conover.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
What have you ever done to hurt
I
him?
don't know. And that's what makes me so upset. And I feel like, because I go on absolute spirals because working in this industry is so hard because I don't want to like sound like oh, I'm so above these people and like a goody two shoes or whatever. But it is a negative space at times.
Yeah,
and the more negative you
news.
are, the more successful you are.
Yeah.
Because people like to watch scandal and negativity and, harsher
And
opinions.
taking sides.
Yeah, harsher opinions. And so I'm always like, I talk to David about this all the time. Like, am I going to succeed at the level that I want to? Because I don't like doing those things. So when somebody blocks me, which I've only been blocked by 2 people, Craig Conover one, Jay Cutler another one.
I don't even know who
Kristen
that is.
Cavallari's ex-husband.
Oh, yeah, we've been through that one before.
I'm like, what did I say? What did I do?
But now let me ask you, so when that happens, what is the immediate thoughts in your mind? Do you start going back on videos that you're talking about Craig?
Yes.
And like you try to replay things in your mind?
Yes.
You've met him a few times?
Yes.
And how were those interactions?
Great. Invited him on the podcast. He said he would, but then never did. But I get that a lot from Bravo people, so it's not just him. And Bravo's pretty strict on who can do podcast interviews
And
at
when.
what time.
Yeah.
I have gone to his store. I wrote an article one time about what is it like to work for Craig Conover and interviewed his employees, and it was a glowing review. I have his book. The book is under... No, it's in the bedroom because I was actually reading it before he blocked me. His book is on my nightstand right now.
Halfway through chapter 17, Craig blocked you. Boom.
Literally. I go to bed every night, spiraling over the fact that he blocked me. I look down, his eyes are just staring up at me while holding a pillow.
Now we have a good fire starter.
I'm like, and I told you, and you were like, you can't take it personally. I'm like, how do you not?
So it's so weird how different we are with social media because I really do struggle with social media. So I just don't have it on my phones. I have Instagram on my iPad so that I can approve Seriously podcast collaborator requests. But I was thinking about the fact that he had just been through the breakup. it's still in the news cycle, and you are a source of news. So his algorithm is definitely attuned to the things that you talk about. So he probably just has a mindset of out of sight, out of mind. And he probably went on a bit of a blocking spree and just, yeah, I know, but I don't know how the platforms work.
I never said this out loud until he blocked me. I was never like, I'm team Paige.
Yeah.
Or I'm team Craig.
Well, he needs to understand. Sorry, I know I'm jumping ahead here. He needs to understand that you are a female. Paige is a female.
I look up to her in a lot of ways.
Exactly. What she has done with herself on a show to create a business entity, to create a podcast, to create a personal brand has been inspirational for you.
Yes.
And if you're going to get in a corner for a few things, then sue me.
Yeah.
Block me. Continue.
I don't even know what I was going to say. I was never like, I'm team Craig or I'm team Paige, because like I said, I think that people are complex people.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that we don't know. Obviously, there's stuff that we don't see. But I'm like, I genuinely don't know what I did. I genuinely don't. The last video that I posted about him before he blocked me was, you know, he had this new girlfriend, kind of. I don't know if they're like official or what, but there was a headline going around that they weren't trending in a serious direction. I don't think that's a bad thing to say, is it? So
and that's been reported already,
right? So I'm like, you know, this might have fizzled out, but maybe it was what Craig needed in the moment. I hope it plays out on the next season of Southern Charm. I said, because I don't like when I have to read things in the press while I know they're filming and then it never show up like on the show. That kind of annoys me as a fan, not just for him and Southern Charm, for any show that I'm watching. And then I said, and I think this might have been it. Then I said, let's hope it's not another Shep and Sienna situation. Because the article was articulating that she didn't want to settle down and she's traveling and she's doing whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I didn't call him Shep. I didn't say definitively, oh, Craig's chasing a girl that he can't get. I just asked the question, like, let's hope it's like, will this be another situation? I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And I bet you it wasn't the first time he heard something like that. And that's what I mean about just...
Or it hit a nerve.
But
well, now BravoCon's going to be awkward.
It is, especially because you've got a couple things in the works. You just never know.
What am I going to do?
Hi. I mean, it's kind of like the Jesse Solomon interview we had a couple weeks ago, because...
I didn't tell people about that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I
but
guess.
I can. It's fine. We won't clip it. Jesse Solomon also unfollowed me.
Yeah, it was an unfollow, so it wasn't
Which I'm fine. I respect that, because we were talking a lot about Lexi and Sierra and Jesse, and still, I wasn't like... Jesse's horrible. I did say I feel like Sierra and Lexi were being pitted against each other.
Don't justify this.
No, listen, this is what I said in the video that I know that he unfollowed me for. I said they're being pitted against each other. Not because I think Jesse's doing it maliciously, just because Jesse by nature is a flirty person. So to a girlfriend, she's not gonna like her boyfriend being flirty with his best friend. As a best friend, she's going to look at the girlfriend and say, this has always been our relationship. It's never been anything more. So stop being controlling, right? I don't think that he purposefully was doing that. But I think it was triggering for him because Lexi also came out after that video I posted on a little press tour saying, we were pitted against each other. We were pitted against each other. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that you said it first.
Yeah. But I don't, like, if you unfollow me, I understand. You don't want to see it, whatever. That
whole story was funny because we ended up seeing him in person.
Literally,
so
like a day.
The same thing is going to happen to you at BravoCon.
Yeah,
with
saw
Craig.
Jesse 3 days after he unfolled me.
Yeah.
And I personally thought it was a little awkward at first.
We walked into the room and Jesse goes, Morgan.
Yeah. But I mean, I still like Jesse. But anyways, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I know I'm going to see him at BravoCon. I know, like, there probably, unless he avoids me too, there probably will be an interaction at some point.
I stand by what I said before. more. You cannot take it personally. And when you're in a room with them on a professional engagement,
I will
you
be
keep it professional.
professional.
That ant is now on your mic stand. It's on your mic stand. How crazy is that? This thing is on a mission. Hold tight, people.
I'm just having to get over a broken heart is all.
Yeah, we'll report back after BravoCon. That's going to be a fun little content drive for us.
Hopefully. Okay, let's get into the Seriously Award of the Week.
Oh, I know what it is, because as soon as I told you about it, you pulled out your phone and took notes. We were driving yesterday and I told you were in the passenger seat. You got out your phone and you were like,
David does not know the Pledge of Allegiance.
is that so shocking?
I mean, I would say so if you're trying to become a full citizen of these United States.
Okay, first of all, just hear me out here.
Let's start with the story.
Yeah, let's start with the story. So I go to a charity golf event for local fire department thing. And at the beginning, they announced the rules on the microphone. And the guy on the mic says, if we could all remove our hats, face the flag, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. And me and Dan, who's our friend, who's also not from the United States, we didn't look at each other and laugh, but I just knew we were both feeling the same way. Because how I felt was, I'm not from here. I don't know what the Pledge of Allegiance is. I don't know what I guess the first words are, I pledge allegiance to the flag. So you're allegiance.
You guess?
I'm really digging a hole here. What I'm trying to say is, so everybody is saying it's hands on hearts, whatever. I'm standing there respectfully. Obviously, I just don't know a single word. So I'm just like, and I just look like such a black sheep. But what I was doing, fortunately, I was standing at the back. So like, no one was looking at me. And it dawned on me that I don't know any other country that does that. It's not a national anthem. It's a Pledge of Allegiance. Like, I've never done that in England. I've never done that in South Africa. We just say the national anthem.
Really?
That's why it's so not shocking to me that I don't know it. Because it's not like, oh, you know the South African Pledge of Allegiance. I don't, because we don't have one. I mean, maybe we do, but we just never said it.
So I don't think they do it anymore in school, but like there was nothing every day when I was in elementary school. That's how we would start the day. We'd get to our desk, stand up, heart, hand on heart, Pledge of Allegiance.
Well,
you didn't have anything like that?
Well, no wonder you know it word for word. We would sing the national anthem
every day?
No, at every single all school assembly. So I think those were once a week, maybe once a week or once a month. I think it was once a week. And we would start assembly with the national anthem, which is long and multiple languages in South Africa. So we would, you know how you are as a kid, you just get bored of it. But
yeah.
There was no such thing as a Pledge of Allegiance. So the whole concept is new to me.
But don't you think that these are the types of things you should be like brushing up on, because you will have to know it, I would assume, for your citizenship test?
Yes, probably. I don't know if it's an official question, but I would imagine it would be a good thing to know in case it is. But that's 2.5 years away.
Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag
and to me in the United States of America. And in my Ford Ranger, I will put my dog. He will be in the passenger seat with the windows down and enjoying country music. He will love it so much because this is a beautiful country with beautiful people. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America. That's it, right?
No. You don't have any clue? Okay, let me start.
And I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I'm not disrespecting the Pledge of Allegiance. I just have never experienced it before.
Let's see. I want to try, like, for real.
Okay, go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of
the United States of America.
And to the republic for which it stands. One
nation under God.
Yes.
Yep.
Indivisible with liberty and justice
For all.
That's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
It's pretty short.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was that short. I can learn that.
Good job.
It felt a lot longer when I was standing there the other day, not saying a single word, thinking, "Wow, how disrespectful."
So you need to learn the Pledge of Allegiance, and you need to still get your driver's license.
Yeah, let's just keep that one on the down low.
Okay, are you doing reviews today?
Yes. Well,
Am I boring you? Why are you yawning so much?
That's what I mean. Slow Saturdays. Back to cave breathing exercise.
I've seen you swallow like 3 yawns.
In the brain. I don't know why I do that. It's just what I do. We have had some new reviews, but there's 3 of them, and I don't want to bore everybody listening. But thank you to Meg the Train, Melissa Rowland, and Shots of Jaeger for your reviews on Apple Podcasts. If you have not left a review and you enjoy the show, please do. 5 stars on Spotify, cheeky 5 stars, and leave a review comment on Apple Podcasts. I did want to read an Instagram comment because this made me so happy, from Lisa Hamilton. Because this is exactly like the goal of this show. This was so good. My husband, who begrudgingly listens in the car to all my podcasts, loves listening to this one with me and was very excited about the interview with Liz. He's a big Survivor guy. I'm more of an Amazing Race gal, but he loved hearing this interview. I'd really appreciate that, because that's what we're going
exactly.
for, you know?
Absolutely.
Little bit of couples love, and I mean, I've been forced to watch all your Bravo shows for the last couple of years, and now I love them. So.
Yeah, I'm forcing him to watch the DCC documentary. Can you tell I've been watching the DCC documentary?
Oh yeah, you got the DCC hair going hard right now.
America's sweethearts.
America's sweethearts. I bet they know the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, I would hope so. That's it. Let's go look at this house, baby.
Let's go to an open house. Have
y'all.
a good week. Send us comments.
Hey,
on
no
Instagram.
nervous twitches either.
Oh, there was a couple. I noticed a couple. There was a couple eyes today. Honestly, the yawn is a bit of a nervous thing.
Well, we'll work on
I've been
that.
rubbing my feet against my ankles. It's not nervousness. It's restlessness. Okay, bye.